Into the groove we go again, my friends from the vinyl community. Hi, I'm Classic Jam. I'd like to welcome everybody back to my channel. I'd like to thank all my subscribers, all my new listeners, everybody that's coming on board. All your comments is really appreciated. Went record shopping, and I got a few records that I like to display for you. Also, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna incorporate some other records from my collection, kind of show you the angle that I use to collect records and what kind of records that I like to get. So, and I got one of them that I got from Discogs, and I got some more coming next couple weeks. So beware of another video that I'm gonna post before the new year. So without further ado, I like to start the very first one, and I'm gonna get a shout out when I show this first record. This first record finally came in my want list on Discogs. The email came up, I looked through it, there it was. The price, I couldn't believe it. And I'm telling you, whenever you have records on your want list on Discogs and it comes up, you got to pull the trigger really fast, because I got burnt 2 or 3 times thinking I'm gonna get a record for a really low price and I missed out on it. But I did not miss out on this one. So here we go with the first one. Finally got it. Roxy Music, More Than This, German import, 1982. And the reason I brought this up, the shout out to Classic Vinyl Collectibles, my friend there that shows a lot of videos in the same categories that I do. Plus he has a lot of Untitled Disco. And he told me, he said, Classic Jam, you're gonna finally get this record one day. And I couldn't believe it popped up. Mint condition, the cover's near mint, and the thing about this record sleeve is very thin, so you got to be really careful. So what I did was I put like a thin cardboard backing on there, and I took one of the sleeves that I had, and there it is. You can see More Than This is on a record label called EG, and again, that's from Germany. So I finally got it. It's like a piece of art, you know, a piece of art that you want to protect it. So that's why I kind of put it in here, because if you go on Discogs and it shows you a picture of this particular sleeve and this record, it usually has a lot of ring wear on it because it's very thin. So happy that finally have this in my collection. And thank you, Vinyl Collectibles, that, you know, you said I would get it one day, and I finally did. So here it is. Thank you so much. Another thing about my friend, I'm gonna leave a link down here under the comments. He's gonna be showing some more videos too, and together, if we showed all our videos, it'll be the best of synth pop, new wave, Italo disco, breakbeat, electro, and also some dark wave stuff. So if you're into a lot of that type of music, check out both of our channels. We can provide that kind of music for you in the vinyl format. So please watch our videos. It's a lot of stuff that covers a lot of years of history, from anywhere from 1980 on up into the mid 90s. So thank you for your dedication. All right, next up, went to the record store, and I was really excited about going. And so, of course, if I go to this certain record store, I bring my wife, and I drop her off at Hobby Lobby. And of course, during Christmas time, it's the best time to go. So I spend about an hour and a half in this record store. So I got some pretty good stuff. It's not much, but I like to present this next one to you. And it actually was on my want list. And here we go with Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Here we go. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. This one right here is a gatefold. Show it to you. Really good condition. It has relax on there, and this particular version is actually better than the 12-inch single that I have. And another one on here is Two Tribes. That's a really good song. And they got some cover songs, some 80s stuff on here. kind of different type of record than I expected. It's kind of like, it has like these certain intros into these songs. Some of them start kind of soft, and it's kind of mixed a little bit. You know, I thought it was really cool. You know how like some of Depeche Mode's older stuff, they would take some of the tracks and kind of like Music for the Masses, and they kind of play some songs like an intro in there, and it sounds so good. This one does too. So really happy to have this one. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. Price was right, condition was fantastic, so very happy to have that in my collection. Next up, I have a soundtrack, and the reason I got this soundtrack because a friend of mine from work said, "Hey, Chris, you know, you got to get your this soundtrack because it's got some really good synth pop new wave stuff on there." So I said, you know, if I ever get an opportunity to go to the record store and find this record, I would definitely get it. So at the record store, after I go through all my 80s alternative, new wave, synth pop, I go to the bargain bins. I went all through the bargain bins, and then I went to the soundtracks. This is the soundtrack that I pulled up. 1988, they had a movie called Bright Lights, Big City that came out. And the good thing about this record, it is just full of hits. True Faith by New Order. It has Kiss and Tell by Brian Ferry, which is from Roxy Music. Also, it got a Depeche Mode song. It's Pleasure, Little Treasure. And the last song on side B is Pump Up the Volume by Mars. So, near mint condition, bargain bin. When I pulled it up, just had to have it. So, you know, thank you to all friends, co-workers, YouTube, people on Discogs that make the recommendations. You know, just take advantage of that and find the records that you're really looking for. So good to have this one right here, Bright Lights, Big City. Don't have a lot of soundtracks in my collection, but anytime I get some, I better have some really good hits. Now, speaking of hits, I'm going to bring this one, which is really kind of maybe recapping my collection. And this is probably, I would say, my most favorite like new wave, synth pop soundtrack that I have. And there's some other ones I'm looking for also. Of course, I'm talking about Pretty in Pink. Excellent. You know, besides If You Leave, it's got Left of Center by Suzanne Vega. I had that on 12-inch single. It's Pretty in Pink, Psychedelic Furs. Also has Shell Shock by New Order. Really good song. I think it came out like 85 or so, or 86. No, 86. And I absolutely have that one on 12-inch single. And I never knew that song was that great until I really listened to it a lot, because sometimes I buy like a batch of records from a collection, and then I had that in there, and it was really good. And oh my God, this one I do not have on 12-inch single, but it is on my want list. Bring On the Dancing Horses by Echo and the Bunnymen. Fantastic. I just love that song a lot. But overall, this soundtrack is incredible. Now, the other soundtracks that I'm looking for, Donnie Darko, that came out in 2001, and it has like another Echo and Bunnymen song. I think I got the 12-inch single somewhere right here, The Killing Moon. So that's probably my favorite one. I'll say Bring On the Dancing Horses would be second. What else is on there? I have let's see, I think that's it. Wouldn't It Be Good is another one. I like that song a lot. I have that on one of my CDs, various artists. Okay, that's it for the soundtracks. Let's go. Let's keep in the new wave rock genre here. I finally got it. The Fix. This is Reach the Beach. Real popular. First time I've had a LP by The Fix. And of course, it has my favorite song, Saved by Zero, and then the other song, One Thing Leads to Another. So really cool. 83. Just couldn't beat it, and the price was right. I just had to snatch it up. I was thinking about getting the 12-inch single of Saved by Zero, but I can't get it in the States. I'm just kind of waiting on that price is right, you know, get that good shipping charges, because getting it overseas, you pay about $25 for the shipping charges plus the record. So I got it on my want list right now, so I'm kind of still waiting for Saved by Zero 12-inch single. Okay, probably my second favorite song by The Fix would be this here, Red Skies at Night. This particular track, the original, came out in '82, and this one I want to get that long version. You know how they kind of got the rock version, the one that came out in '82, and then they had like a promo version that came out on red vinyl. I was gonna get that one, and then I discovered this one, and this one came out in '87, so 5 years later than the original, Red Skies at Night. And this is the absolute best version that I've ever heard, and it's a promo only also. So here it is, Red Skies. Went to the flea market. I have a flea market. I guess I'm kind of lucky in a way. I have this flea market that's about 3 miles from my house. So what I did was I went shopping over there. So I didn't know, I hadn't been there in years. So the records and the record vendors may not be there anymore that I used to do business with. So anyway, so I went shopping over there. Went to the end of the flea market cubicles on the end, and I looked through there, and here I pulled up Split Enz, the album True Colors, and it has the song I've been looking for called I Got You. Here it is, came out 1980. So early stuff, really good. Kind of pop new wave, I guess. And I want to bring this to your attention too. The album, the vinyl is actually etched, which I thought was pretty cool. There it is. Don't have anything written on the other side, but it has all the songs on this side. I'm not really familiar with a lot of songs on here. The Coral Sea, the last song, I like a lot. And the thing about I Got You, what got me about I Got You is the vocals. I love that synthesizer in that song, kind of like that eerie synth that goes throughout the song, and his vocals are so good. His name is Neil Finn, is the lead vocals on there. And the cool thing about Split Enz, after they split up in '84, they started, well, it was Neil Finn that started the group Crowded House. If you remember Crowded House, I think around '86, '87, they had Something So Strong. And one of my favorite songs, Don't Dream Until It's Over. Just love that song. Very, very iconic. And I knew there was something about the artist, about that vocals, that I love so much. When I Got You, and then I heard, you know, Don't Dream It's Over, that came out by Crowded House, and I'm like, very, very good. So I'm telling you, I got a lot of music I've been collecting for so many years, but it's still so much out there that is undiscovered for me. So I'm still building up my want list, still going to the record stores, still researching through Discogs and sometimes eBay, just looking for that music that really gets to my heart. So just loving that new wave synth pop 80s. I just love that type of music. So I'm very happy to have this in my collection. Back to the record store. Okay, these next records are represses, 180 gram, new records. I try to buy original records for my collection because most of my records are all originals. But when it comes that point in time where the realization comes in that you can't afford the original record because the price never comes down. So I love The Cure. I love their sound, and I love this song. that came out in 1980. And the song I'm talking about is A Forest. And I had to get The Cure's 17 Seconds. And this one, I think this one came out in 2020, last year. Kind of like that 40th anniversary. And the original record came out in 1980. I listened to this album one time so far. And I'm trying to get used to some of the songs on here because I was never familiar with it. But man, A Forest is like no other song I've ever heard before. And it was so far ahead of its time for 1980. So glad to finally get 17 Seconds by The Cure. 40th anniversary. The next one I have another Cure. And there's another one that Expensive came out in 1990. And I'm talking about Mixed Up. Double record LP right here. And this is also the reissue, repress, 180 gram. My two favorite songs on here is The Walk and also A Forest. And one of my 12-inch singles that I have off of this is Fascination Street, which is great. And of course, I love Love Song. I have Love Song on my 12-inch single want list right now. And I think I got Lullaby also on my want list. And I guess about a year ago, I got Hot, 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 which is really good. I tell you, all these mixes are incredible. Whoever mixed these songs on this record, I give you kudos because it's amazing. And especially a walk in a forest. So it's really incredible. So prices are going up on these records. Sometimes you just got to pull the trigger, and good thing I did. So I love that. Next up is another record that I could not get on album originally. So I went ahead and I pulled the trigger at the record store. It got Oingo Boingo. Here we go. Dead Man's Party. And this one I think is 2015. So that'd be like the 30th anniversary of this record. My favorite song in here is Just Another Day. We got Dead Man's Party. And of course we got Weird Science. 1986 or 1985, I think that came out. And I finally got the record. And I'm telling you, I love the artwork on that cover right there. This is on red vinyl, by the way. And I tell you, it sounds fantastic. The quality of sound was exceeded my expectations. I'd say it like that. So really happy to have this in my collection. And yeah, the original is expensive. So I just went ahead and pulled the trigger, and just the realization hit that I might not get the original. So very hard to get. Now, speaking of originals, this next one, if anybody that collects Concrete Blonde, and everybody knows that this LP right here, the original came out in 1990, and this is Bloodletting. Bloodletting is the vampire song, very iconic song. I tried to get it on the red vinyl. The original, 1990, on red vinyl, $150, $125. I seen it for $200, and I just came to grips with it that I'm not going to get that original. So to have these songs like Joey is on here. Also, Caroline's a good one. And of course, Bloodletting, the vampire song. Very, very good, iconic song. So there you go. Concrete Blonde. Must have for anybody's collection. And if you got the original, you're very lucky to have it. Next up, we're going to go to more industrial techno, going to 1989. For this particular one, I could not get the original, so I got the reissue repress of 9 Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine. The whole album is a must-have. You know, we talking Head Like a Hole, Talking Down in It, Kinda Want To, Terrible Lie, Sin. Sin is another one that I used to have on 12-inch single many years ago, and unfortunately and regrettably, I sold it on eBay. What else we have on here? Sanctified is really good. I like that song a lot. But anyway, the whole thing is great. And this is a reissue from 2011. So, really good to have this. Very, very good. A couple spin-offs from that album that I have on 12-inch singles. And here's another one that's getting pretty rare. And I know I waited like 3 years for the price to come down on this one. I've been having this in my collection for quite a while. Here we go with Hit Like a Hole, 9 Inch Nails. On here, we got a couple remixes of Terrible Lie on here. It's really good. So, fantastic. Sounds great. And the last record that I want to show for you is Down in It, 9 Inch Nails. Here's another one that really gets to me. I like this song a whole lot. Kind of a slower tempo, I guess around 108 BPMs, but really good industrial music. So that's my last record I want to show. And again, my friends, my subscribers, have records coming in that another want list extravaganza that I want to show to you next time. Please stay tuned to my next video, because I got some really good killer stuff coming. So again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming aboard my channel, all my new subscribers. I love all your comments, and I respond to everything. So keep on watching my videos, and be looking for my new one coming out soon, probably another couple weeks. Thank you very much for watching.